All right, fam. This is pretty much gonna be a recap of my live account, how it's going. So as you guys can see here, my total P&L right now is $33.65. So the current balance on the account right now is about 350. So that's about 10% gain. And just this last month or so, less than a month. So I'm gonna start off, with a recap of pretty much what my trades have been and what I've been trading. I mean, as you guys can see here, it's pretty much just been GJ, US 30, indices, so SPX, NAS, and then I also did take a USD CAD trade yesterday. So I didn't end up fitting my setup. I just got stopped out. I ended up getting stopped out on that trade. So let's go ahead and start on September 23rd, which is a Monday. Alright, so basically what I was looking at right here on US 30, I basically based this off the 1 minute slash 5 minute. So I did see this built up liquidity right here, and market went ahead and swept it and then immediately reversed back up. So I did see as well price creating stable structure above the new high or above the old high. So once I seen this, it gave me another confirmation to go ahead and enter this trade setup. So this long setup was based off of this candle right here. As you guys can see, we have a bunch of imbalance. So I went ahead and entered right about right here. I collected a 1 and 2. So TP ended up smashing right here. So next up, we do have NAS 100. I did end up taking this trade on October 1st. So I ended up not trading for like basically almost a week. So the reason for that was I didn't really like market conditions. So I didn't really like how price was printing and how candles were printing and everything like that. So I decided to not force any entries and just wait for any confirmations to enter my own setup. But since I didn't see any of that, I ended up not trading for the rest of the week. So let's go ahead and take a look at NAS 100. All right, so basically what I was looking at right here on NASDAQ was all this liquidity being built up right here. Market immediately reverses down here and takes out this liquidity, reverses back up, and I was looking for a zone somewhere in here, but I mean, as you guys could see, and it ended up getting clapped, and I ended up taking both of these setups on SPX and on NAS just because one of them was a lagging pair. So I figured, okay, so since this one got clapped, maybe the second one it'll go ahead and play out, because that's what sometimes indices does. One of them gets clapped and the lagging pair ends up playing out. So I ended up taking that. It didn't end up working too well. So I ended up taking two losses that day. All right, so now as you guys can see right here, October 2nd, we did take NAS 100 sells. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so this is an example of a bad setup that I did end up taking. So let's take a look at this right here. There was a liquidity sweep with these three candles right here. Basically what I should have done is I should have waited for price to come below these last lows and create some stable structure down here. This would have confirmed these sells, and then I could have took some sells based off, these equal highs. Something like this. Okay, so next up is SPX. So I did end up taking buys on SPX on October 3rd. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, so immediately right here, um, as you guys can see, the difference and the P&L. So on this trade, I was actually really confident that this was gonna take TP and this wasn't gonna stop loss me. So I mean, this is a signature setup, semi perfect. So we have this liquidity right here. It got swept with this institutional candle right here, and then I ended up taking a buy basically right here at the end of this wick. Entered here, stop loss here. I ended up taking a 1 and 2 that day, and I ended up risking $20 to make 40. So it ended up playing out, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we have on the 7th. So let's go ahead and take a look at USD CAD. and how we took a loss yesterday. This was a setup that I was waiting for since probably around September 24th. I saw this. So we have all this liquidity being built up right here, right? Signature setup, textbook play. We ended up getting stop loss, but it's all good because, obviously you're not going to win every single trade. And there's probably something that can be learned from this as well. This is the trade we took today. It ended up getting stopped out at break even. But I mean, as you guys can see, my net P&L was still negative because of the fees. For some reason, this broker, the fees are crazy. As you guys can see right here on the SPX trade that we took, we ended up taking a $10 fee, which is crazy. I only profited $30 from that. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I mean, come on, bruh. So US 30, this is what I was looking at. This ended up getting stopped out at break even right here. So you saw this liquidity being built up, kind of like the same setup. I ended up sniping this this entry right here. It was a penny limit that I based off probably the 1 minute. And as you guys can see right here, price immediately reverses back down here. It ended up reversing back to a 101. At least I did on my broker. And I ended up putting my stop loss to break even right here. So I ended up getting stopped out around right here. So as you guys could see, I am up about $33 on my total P&L, and that's in total. So out of all the trades I took, I'm up $30. So it's a $300 account. That's basically that's 10% of profits in less than a month. So if you guys think about that, just if you have more capital, you're able to make more money. So imagine I was on 100K funded and I'm up 10%. That's $10,000, and you got to look at it from a percentage wise and not base it off the money, because I used to base it off like, oh, I made $20 a day, $10 a day. But you got to really look at the percentages, how much of your account you're risking, and how much of it you're looking to gain. So other than that, hope you guys have a blessed day.